Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, welcome back indeed. It has been a while. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, Captain, where have you been? What have you been doing? And you know what? We're not going to talk about that. No, we're not going to talk about it because it would be incredibly boring, especially when we have such an entertaining video to get to today. Now, this video contains that classic brand of stupidity, and that brand is the fat acceptance. The, oh yes, don't you shame me for my jelly rolls, or you're gonna burn in hell, boy. You'd be surprised how accurate that statement is here in a minute. But anyway, I digress. You will see. So, without further ado, grab your Twinkies and your diet soda because the video is about to begin. Okay. So right off the bat, now this is just a little tiny pet peeve of mine. I just want to throw a little just a little tiny bit of criticism your way. But have you considered turning the phone sideways? Oh my God.
Aw, come on. It's not that big of a deal. Just chill out.
No, I will not. Do you have any idea how it's just a pain in the ass for editing because it bothers me? I don't have to, but I have to.
So I have just watched the Dear Fat People videos, part 1 and 2. I am not going to name the YouTuber because, quite frankly, don't remember her name, don't care.
See, that's your problem. That's your problem right there. This whole, I don't know and I don't care. Ugh. That attitude is born from your laziness. Laziness which in turn causes you to grow a great rotund ass, which leads to you waddling it down the street looking like the Michelin Man, where everybody looks on, laughs, and makes jokes. Which ironically in turn causes you to get your feelings hurt, where you take to the YouTubes to make such great vertical videos.
Fat people.
What's the purpose of the air quotes? Are you so-called fat people? What are you doing?
Have a lot of friggin' reasons. They have a lot of shit.
That's just a poor choice of words. Fat people have a lot of shit. You didn't say. Okay. But when you, God, fuck me. Okay, when you say people have a lot of reasons, what you really mean is fat people have a lot of excuses.
They don't have time for skinny people to pick on them about their appearance.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That is what's wrong with today's society.
Oh, by God, ladies and gentlemen, I was under the impression that it was sexism was the fault for, with society, with patriarchy, or perhaps it was all the racism with minorities. But no, it's all the people shaming Fatty McFat. If we could just stop all the fat shaming, it would be so much better. Society would rise from the ashes like a great phoenix.
Everybody thinks it's okay to judge other people for what they look like, what they wear, how they have their hair, if they wear makeup or not.
Oh, come on. There is clearly a difference between judging somebody on their appearance, their skin color, what they're wearing, their hair, and judging somebody who looks like they're about to fall over and have a heart attack. There's clearly a big difference. As a matter of fact, I think there was a very famous speech about this.
I have a dream, my brothers and sisters, that our people will not be judged by the color of their skin or the shit in their hair, but rather be judged in a doctor's office on a weight and scale when that doctor's telling you that you're going to end up with diabetes if you don't put down that damn cheeseburger.
Personally, I don't cake on makeup every day. I don't always have the best looking hair. I keep my hair healthy. I usually have it in a messy bun. No makeup. messy bun, leggings or yoga pants or sweatpants, and a hoodie. My hair's frizzy.
That's right. You see, I go to the store in my sweatpants and sweatshirt with my messy bun, waddling my fat ass around, and people judge me. They act like I don't give a shit about myself, which I don't give a shit about them or nothing else, but they judge me, and it does hurt my feelings. I mean, that might be a heart attack, but it hurts my feelings, so they should stop.
But if you really think it's acceptable to walk up to somebody and be like, you're too fat.
You, madam, are too fat.
Oh my, well, I don't accept that.
What? Madam, no, you don't understand. You cannot ride our mobility scooter around this Walmart because it is not rated for weights that exceed that of a small compact car. It defies physics. You're fat. It cannot be done.
Oh my god, you just totally fat-shamed me. How dare you judge me based off of my appearance?
Madam, you appear to be too large for even a truck, as we noticed the suspension dragging the fucking ground when you showed up here in the parking lot.
It is their life decision.
Yeah, this is just my life decision. Stop shaming me.
Madam, being that big is unhealthy, and it is a shameful way of life that has led you here. Therefore, you should be shamed for it. And maybe others will see you getting shamed and hope that they don't get shamed also, which will keep them from getting diabetes.
And if you think that is any way, like, remotely acceptable, I don't know how to say it nicely, so I'm just gonna say it. You deserve to go to hell.
That's right, my brothers and sisters. If you shame people for their unhealthy lifestyle and point out the undesirable traits which will lead them to an early grave, you are deserving of damnation and hellfire. Oh, yes. And may Satan take all of you who use social pressure to reinforce a scientifically provable healthy lifestyle and shame that which is factually demonstrably bad for you. For science and wanting people not to die of the diabetes or a heart attack is of the devil.
No one should ever have to feel ashamed of who they are.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about this. What if someone is just being fat is who they are? You know, deep down inside they're just really, really fat. Because hold on, what if they were born fat? You know, like being born black or being born Asian. It's just fat is who you are. Quit you dumb shit. Just stop it.
You shouldn't have to feel ashamed of how you look, what you do, who your family is. You shouldn't have to feel ashamed about anything like that.
Okay, so I'm going to be an asshole here. I'm going to get a little bit technical. You can call this nitpicking or whatever, but believe it or not, you're not actually under any obligation to feel the feelings that other people say you should feel. I just blew your mind. I know I just blew your mind, didn't I? You see, I can tell you that you should be ashamed, that you should feel shame for doing this or being that or whatever. And believe it or not, you don't actually have to feel or be ashamed of it. You don't. Which is exactly why in a free society, it's not illegal or prohibited for me to quote-unquote fat shame you. Because I'm not forcing anything on you. You can choose to take offense to it or not. It's all up to you.
I am a 16-year-old pansexual female from northern Michigan.
What? You're only 16. Holy shit. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something here, okay? When I do a video, I watch the first little bit of a video until I run across something, I hear something that sounds irredeemably stupid or something incredibly hilarious that I have to respond to. And the reason why I like to do this is so while I'm doing the rest of the video, you get my initial response. You know, my first reaction, it's what you guys get, okay? Now, maybe it's just me and I'm a bad judge of age, but the lines and everything around the chin and the nose and all that stuff, I thought this girl was at least like 20, 25. Okay, now maybe that's just me, or perhaps I'm just snowballing this here. You just throwing this out there. Maybe living a unhealthy, lazy lifestyle leads to premature aging. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. And the whole pansexual, asexual, demisexual, all these new sexual terms that have come out recently, just, you know what, I don't think I'll touch this. Maybe that'll be its own small video someday. Anyway, I digress. Let's continue.
And it is not good. There's times where everybody's like, oh my God, the power of Christ repels you. You know what? Christ probably made me this way, and for a pretty damn good reason, now didn't he?
Deus vult! God has made my ass fat and wills my fatness into existence. Behold my holy rollies. No.
So, before you talk to somebody like that, just being like, oh yeah, you're fat, you're worthless, you're a piece of crap.
Whoa. Okay, now you cannot put somebody calling you fat in the same category as somebody calling you a fat, worthless piece of shit. Okay, one does not equate to the other. You see, fat, I can call you fat because you are observably, scientifically provably fat. I mean, there are increments of scientific measurement that we can take to prove that you're fat. Calling somebody a worthless piece of crap is just an opinion. For instance, and I'm aware that this may be a false equivalence, but I think it's a great analogy. Let's say that I'm a blind person on the inside. You know, Christ made me a blind person. So I'm gonna work on putting this big-ass thing on my face with duct tape and, a big-ass blindfold that I work on getting on my head. It's gonna take some work to get the damn thing off. But my homie's just like, dude, you gotta work on getting that blindfold off. You've packed on a lot of fucking duct tape, dude. I mean, you're walking around, you're bumping into shit. It's not healthy. You're gonna end up walking out into traffic and kill yourself. No, he's not being mean. He's saying it out of care. And if I tell him to shut up, I was born this way, I identify as a blind person. Stop being so blindphobic, you ableist son of a bitch. You know what? He's not gonna care if I say that because his care for me is going to outweigh my disdain for him because he's charitable. It's a nice thing to do. And of course, this is very different from, somebody looking at you being like, oh, you're blind, dumb son bitch, go fucking kill yourself. You're worthless, waste of fucking space, you blind dumb it. You see, that's different. That's malicious. Just because it feels like an insult does not always mean it's an insult. This actually reminds me of a lesson that I learned from an old spaghetti western when I was a little kid. This guy tells an amazing story in it, and it has a great piece of wisdom in it. As a matter of fact, I will put it at the end of this video, so maybe you can learn something from it. I advise checking out the movie. I'll put the name at the end and everything. Just check it out at the end of the video.
Put yourself in their shoes. You don't know what they have going on. You don't know if they're on the verge of doing anything.
Oh, I remember when I was a little 16-year-old. I was so brooding and full of angst. Oh, you don't understand me. Oh, they called me mean words. I'm writing my diary. Maybe I'll kill myself. Okay, look, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but I'm not a big perpetuator of fragility. I'm really not. I'm so sorry. And no, I do not agree with bullying people. But there's a certain time where you have to grow up, and this used to happen a lot earlier in life than 18. You had to grow up and face certain facts and realities whether you liked them or not. You need to be told that if you continue to eat the fuck out of them Twinkies, you're going to die.
Oh my god, Captain, people committing suicide is a serious problem.
Oh my god. Why is there always one of you? Can't you just understand what I was trying to get across? Okay, I don't condone bullying. Children do have problems. Suicide is bad. You should seek out help if you're having suicidal tendencies or thoughts. The point of what I was saying is being told by your doctor, by your phys ed coach, by your parents that you need to lose some weight, you need to put down the fork, and then internalizing that as a personal attack and affront and offense. I mean, come on, think about it. Would it honestly be better if none of the little kids pointed at the little fat one and told him that he was fat and he shouldn't be fat? Would it be better if they didn't do that? If nobody done that? If nobody said anything about this poor little fat kid and he grew up and died of a heart attack before he was 30 because it was acceptable? He had no reason to change. It wasn't a negative thing. It was a positive thing for him to be fat, and he dies because of it. Would that be better? Why do I gotta explain this? Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta come in and kill our buzz? Okay, everybody else was having fun, and then you gotta show up and ruin your shit. What's wrong with you?
Aw, come on. I was just fucking with you.
Oh, son of a bitch! I took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. You just wait. I'm gonna get you.
You could mentally and emotionally fuck them up.
Yes. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but your words are armed nuclear warheads.
If you want to do that, then by all means, go ahead. I cannot stop you from your actions or your thoughts. But this has to end. Absolutely ridiculous.
I know this whole damn thing's been ridiculous, and thank God it's ending soon enough. Oh my God. What are we, like 17 minutes now? Jesus Christ. Your video was like 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Holy shit.
So before you think about doing something like that or posting a video saying, "Dear fat people," think about how it's going to affect other people. This is my version of what you should be.
Wait a second. Did I just listen to a whole video about how you shouldn't shame people or tell them how to be, only to be told that this is what I should be? Literally at some point telling me I should go to hell if I'm not the way you think I should be, if I do or don't do a certain thing. Holy contradicting hypocrites, Batman. I think I've just been trolled. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and wrap this thing up. Okay, let me tell you what I really think. Okay, I believe people making fun of the bad life choices of others is a naturally occurring phenomenon that happens in society. It helps to add a stigma around those bad choices, making it less likely that others will indulge in them, effectively keeping more people from making unhealthy decisions. Now, this isn't always a good thing. Sometimes society wrongfully stigmatizes things, making inconsequential practices taboo, which is where common sense should come into play, assuming you have common sense. Being fat, being obese, is something that we have proven to be completely negative and unhealthy. Therefore, I believe this particular practice of shaming is completely justified and overall a positive thing. It's the same reason why I might joke around with my friend, calling somebody a crackhead who looks like they're strung out on crack. You see, doing crack is a bad thing. We can point to the health risks and adverse effects on the person's life, and I'm using it to point out how unhealthy that person looks. Now, I know that there's going to be that one person out there, probably more than one person, that's going to be absolutely adamant, no fat shaming! And to you I say, like it or not, there's just no scientific or fact-based argument that you can make for fat being a healthy state to be in. The chances of your obesity being purely medically related is slim to none. It's not genetic. I'm sorry, you're not going to get by with that argument. You're just not, okay? You eat too much and you don't exercise enough. It's something you will have to come to terms with. Or you can live in denial. It's up to you. Maybe you've decided that you're okay with being fat. You know what? That's just fine. but I'm still going to point it out that it's a bad thing for the sake of everyone else to raise awareness of the health concerns and to erase any glorification and praise that you may have given it. No one, and I mean nobody, for any reason, should aspire to be a fat ass. Nobody. You should be ashamed of being overweight. You should be ashamed of overeating and not exercising enough. That is to say, you should be ashamed of choosing an unhealthy lifestyle. You should want to change that. You should aspire to be the best version of yourself. Now, let me end off my little rant by just sending out a special fuck you to anybody who glorifies being fat, who tells people that they don't need to get healthy. How many heart attacks and deaths do you imagine that you may have contributed to? You, more than anyone else, should be ashamed of yourself and your behavior. Well, I believe I've said my piece, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly hope that you did enjoy the video. A special thank you goes out to those who contribute to this channel, my patrons. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And a big thank you to the rest of you who share my videos, help get the word out. You help the channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Well, everybody, hopefully it won't be as long until I get the next video up and get to working on it. But until then, remember, keep fighting stupidity wherever you may find it. Have a good one.
The following excerpt is taken from a video titled, "My Name is Nobody." It is provided for the purpose of education, with the accompanying commentary occurring previously in this video. We hope you enjoy.
You ever hear the story about the little birdie? My grandpa used to tell it to me.
When I was a boy, men didn't live long enough to become grandpas.
It wasn't easy, son, but it could be done.
There was this little birdie who didn't even know how to fly yet. And one freezing cold night, he tumbles out of his nest and lands on the ground. Well, he starts going like crazy, because he's damn nearly freezing. Lucky for him, along comes this cow, sees him, and feels sorry for him. So, she lifts her tail and splash, drops this steaming hot cow pie right on him. So the little birdie's nice and warm again, but he still ain't happy and keeps going beep, 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 louder than ever. A mean old coyote hears him and comes a-running. He reaches out a paw and pulls him out of the cow pie. He brushes the dirt off him real nice. And then swallows the birdie down in one gulp. Grandpa said there was a moral there, but you had to figure it out for yourself.
Bird, coyote, cow pie. It don't make no sense to me, no how.
And also figured out the moral to your grandpa's story. The one about the cow that covered the little bird with cow pie to keep it warm, and then the coyote hauled it out and ate it. It's the moral of these new times of yours. Folks that throw dirt on you aren't always trying to hurt you. And folks that pull you out of a jam aren't always trying to help you. But the main point is, when you're up to your nose in shit, keep your mouth shut.